Hello, my name is Rachel, and I work for a company called Zyogenics. Today I want to talk to you about biotechnology in Waukesha 2000, what I think it could look like in 2050. That's a really broad term, and I think sometimes when we say that, people don't really know what we're talking about. So I want to narrow that down a little bit to biohealth, which gets into the research, diagnostics, therapeutics, treatments, technologies, and different products that are associated, they're derived from biological sources. So when we talk about that, I think I'm really excited about the potential of what we can do, and I want to tell you why I think so. Okay, so just a little bit about, trying to see, Zyogenics. We are a company based in Muskego. Actually, 1 year ago today, we moved to Muskego from Milwaukee, and we have a number of different things that we do, but we essentially design, validate, and manufacture process equipment that's used for processing human biologics that go into regenerative medicine, both in the tissue banking industry and also in cell and gene therapy. We moved into the neighborhood and we became very interesting for a lot of people because there's not a lot of biotech companies in Muskego today. So that was rather fun. In order to tell my story, I want to go back to 1950, interestingly enough, the same year, and tell you about what was happening in North Carolina. In 1950, there was a depressed economy in North Carolina. The industries were focused on tobacco, textiles, and furniture, but there were some great universities. And so there was no real momentum around technology other than the schools there, and it took some people to be really bold and collaborate with industry, government, and the schools to say, hey, maybe we could be a place where technology could reside. In 1959, the RTP, what is now known as the RTP, was formed, and today it is one of the most successful collaborations in the whole country for research. So there's some things you might have heard going on about the BioHealth Tech Hub in Wisconsin, and I'm not going to claim to be an expert here, but it's very exciting for our business and other businesses. And we actually we won the first regional, as the BioForward has headed up. BioForward basically headed up the initiative with all its members to get the first round of funding, which is $350,000 to support the next phase of this, to get federal funding in the amount of up to $70 million for Wisconsin to be essentially moving forward its bioprocessing, its personalized medicine, and advancing biologics here. It's super exciting. I believe we can do it even if we do not get the funding, so I just want to say that for sure. I think it will definitely expedite it. Here are a few of the projects that were put forward from this effort to say, here's some things we could do in Wisconsin, and these are pretty exciting. If you want to read more about it, you can go online. I think for me, the commercialization of what we're doing in the state is super important, and a lot of that is already happening in Madison. So we always see this in Madison happening, and we don't see much of it in the Milwaukee area, although we do have a lot of resources. Some of the things about these 5 projects is that they touch Milwaukee and they touch Madison. They don't specifically touch Waukesha County unless we connect the dots. So I want to talk a little bit about why I think we should connect the dots and do something different here. I believe the Waukesha County could be the nexus point between Madison and Milwaukee, and we could be the hub that really brings all of that together and leverages what we're doing in Madison and also what's going on in Milwaukee to be the hub for technology. I want to talk about what my reasonings are for this. Well, for one, I live in Waukesha County. My kids go to school in Waukesha County. I work in Waukesha County. I love Waukesha County. I love the organizations. I love all the things that make it great to live here. And part of that is we always are so impressed with our schools, right? When I go places and I travel, they say, why is it great to live in Wisconsin? I say, we got a great education system. And I think for me, it kind of stops there, right, for some of these majors, because we're educating a lot of people that want to stay in the state, but maybe the careers aren't there for them where they want to expand. And so we're kind of stopping at the point of the education and allowing these people to maybe move to different places in the country to live out their dreams. So we have education. I'm not sure what the order is. I thought I'd be able to see this. The schools, it's incredible how many STEM programs are in Waukesha County at the high school level. Engineering prep, healthcare, science programs, and a lot of these kids are actually seeking us out with their resumes from these programs to get an internship in our company. We have to turn away so many people because we just do not have the bandwidth to bring them all in. We have the universities. We've hired a lot of people from MSUE, UWM, Marquette, and the surrounding areas, even outside of the state. And so we have a ton of overwhelming interest in biotechnology in our state. In fact, I just recently posted 2 positions, and it's incredible how many people want to actually stay in the state. So I'm really encouraged by that. We have, from my perspective, a really good climate to grow business in this area. We have a lot of resources and we have a lot of great funds. So we recently got funding through the MEDC. We're working with the Growth Fund in Waukesha Center for Growth, and it has been very friendly. We've only been in the space like 1 year, and it's overwhelming what support we get even from our bank, Jensen Financial. And so for me, it's a really good place for us to foster all of this. It's gonna take a lot of work for us to do this, and it can't happen because one university or one municipality come together. You might have seen the tiger on my back when I stood up here. Whenever we're trying to do some hard things at our company and we have to pull together cross-functional teams and we have to make something happen, we call it a tiger team. So I thought that was fitting. It's also my spirit animal, like it or not. I think personally we're in a really good spot for us to grow this in Waukesha County and make this something great and keep our kids in the state. There's so many people who want to make an impact, and it's not just come in the form of true healthcare. It might come in the form of like creating products that are going to help us research, lab work, clean rooms. I think WCTC is another one that's really nagging at me in a good way, because I feel like a lot of the skills we're going to need for some of these technical businesses is going to happen at WCTC, all of which is in Waukesha County. So I'm super excited about biotech. I feel like it can be a great hub for that. I think we're going to have to put planning into it, and I know in the 1 year we've been in our space, we've invited a lot of businesses. ASGCT, which is the Association of Gene Cell Therapy, actually is located in Waukesha. And we have BioForward, which is a great organization in Madison, and I think we need to connect the dots and make it happen.